If you're watching this video, you're likely to know what passive income streams are. You've heard of Pom5 and you know about selling stock video online. So I'm just going to get straight down to what I earned in this first year, what I learned in this first year. Sometimes the obvious stuff doesn't sell, and would I continue? Also, if you stick around at the end of the video, I've got a giveaway for some collections and some stuff that I do sell on Pom5 that I'm gonna give away for free. So let's get on with it. So why did I decide to start selling stock video? Well, it's always been on the cards. If you haven't seen this channel, it's about myself and my wife Alicia. We're starting an off-grid homestead, and as part of that, we're gonna have to have lots of different income streams, just through the nature of the lifestyle that we're going to live. As you may or not know, a lot of people were indoors in 2019 and we're looking for things to do. So being that my work kind of dried up anyway, I make videos day to day, I thought, well, is there a way that I can try and make a bit of extra income and also for something to do? Pause there. Do you want to get up? Coming in. Okay, yeah, dog butt. Another reason to put stuff on the stock video site was that in creating this channel, I knew we were going to meet lots of different people. I knew we were going to film on our homestead. So I'd have a lot of extra footage that I would have access to and the copyright to do what I want with as a kind of byproduct of the channel. So then I went into researching for what to sell and where to sell it. Two channels that I really liked and were inspirations and helped me pick Pom5 were Handcraft Films and Nicole Glass. I'd recommend both those channels. They delve into basically getting extra incomes other than the obvious ways through selling your photos and videos. So yeah, there'll be some links down below. Go check them out. Through this research, I learned two strategies. They're pretty obvious, but first one is sell stuff that is pretty good. It's obvious, but if it's composed well, the lighting's quite nice, then it's likely to sell more. That isn't always the case because of the second point. Make it unique. If it's something that's unique, it means that it's not easily accessible and easy to film for other people. That could be for a whole host of different reasons, from location, people involved, animals involved, the situation, and a whole load of different other reasons. So that's where, if you're not necessarily a filmmaker or a photographer, you might still be able to make some money selling your stuff online, because the professionals, it takes a lot of time and effort and money to get there, to do that shot, to get that, to get that image. It came back to for myself. We had pigs, we had chickens, we got a doggo, and added to that, because of the pandemic, I was looking for a way, a bit of a kind of craft outlet for myself. I love filmmaking. Yes, it's what I do as a job, but it's because it's what I do in my spare time, and I've tried to make it a job. This is a prime example of that. So without further ado, how much did I earn in that first year? From June 19th, 2020 to June 2021, I sold 32 clips. And that 32 clips was a total of $603.91. That's £449.52. But to bring that up to date, so from June the 19th, 2020 to November of this year, 2021, I've sold 51 clips in total for a total monetary value of $819.60, or £610.12. Let's get into some of the other things that I learned and about what sold. The top clip: beautiful dusk sunset, hypnotizing cloudscape, time lapse from light to dark. Now, for me, this is the most obvious sellable clip. It's a sunset, it's pretty, it's also not specific, not location specific. So brilliant, right? Loads of sales, right? No, none. 389 views, no sales. Some of the videos that I've had sales from have had 4 views. So therefore, one of the big things I learned from that is views doesn't necessarily mean sales. And also, obvious stuff that you would think would sell doesn't always. This is one of my top selling clips. It is downtown Fort Worth, Texas. Another one that I did as part of it was part of a corporate project. Stereotype It could be corporate, it's sunset, and cityscape. That stuff should sell, but it needs to be pretty good quality because there's so much of it. So let's go on to some of the shots that I was really surprised that did sell. First one is probably for me the most surprising, but anyone who's a bit squeamish, it's of an animal that's passed away and was basically laying right outside the front of our house. I thought about stock footage. I thought about what people might want. You know, it's something that is quite unique. You don't want to make this situation happen so that you can record it, but you want to have a video about pollution, or you want to have a video, you know, post-apocalyptic future with animals that die. Maybe there's a use for that. Turns out, to one person, there was. Let's look at another one. The top clip that sold was the sunset clip of downtown Fort Worth. However, the two clips after that, and this is something that again is a part of for me a byproduct of this channel, is I used it as a reason to create a whole range of overlays and animations and things that I might use on the channel, but also as something a bit unique. Another one of those, part and parcel of creating probably one of the most time-consuming clips that I did. Lots of fun to do, but yeah, crazy time-consuming, rotoscoping a time-lapse of myself. And that clip hasn't sold. But to make that clip, I had to make the animations that would go on the wall. One of those has sold twice. Another one, it's quite interesting, quite unique, is for a video that I haven't released on the channel yet, but it'll be in a future documentary. I'll show you a little clip here of a kind of bushcraft cyberpunk world where this knife comes to life. And in one of the scenes, I wanted the knife in kind of 3D floating in the air. So I made this shot, made it for that video, but have put it online. For whatever reason, someone wanted a 3D bushcraft knife spinning as an alpha. No idea. There's also some stuff that's not so, that's a bit more obvious. So again, animals and people sell quite well. Sometimes it's good that if it doesn't necessarily have faces in it. So we've got some clips of Jamie, Caucasian male, collects water. Another one of him stripping some leaves. Weirdly though, those three clips are no way the best clips that I shot. And I don't get it. I don't understand why those clips sold. Other things that I think that, again, trying to go down a bit of a niche. So I'm lucky enough to have a probe lens. So that I used in quite a few shots. And unsurprisingly, a few shots where I use that probe lens are ones that have sold. So overall, what have I learned? You don't have to be a filmmaker to sell stuff on stock video sites. It helps if it's a decent shot. Yes, obviously, because if it's got competitors, then people might pick it because it looks nicer. However, people may equally pick it because they want something very specific. It might move in a certain way. It might have certain colours, or just down to the subject specific or the location or whatever is so unique that's exactly what they want, and it's the only one there. So therefore, if you're someone who does something that is a bit unique, I would definitely recommend just go for it. Yes, you've got to put some hours in, but once you've kind of put those hours in, you can just sit back and it makes you some money. And at the moment now, I probably spend maybe a day a month I spend putting stuff on here, because the filming of it and the editing of it, all of the stuff now pretty much I don't do just for Pom5. It's either for work or mainly it's for the channel. It's just a byproduct. So out of that probably day a month, at the moment I'm making around £50 a month. Second big question, would I continue? I think from what I've learned, yes, potentially it's not loads of money, but it's something, and it's just an extra way of earning a bit of money out of what you do. So yeah, I think I'll continue. I did originally think I was going to try and spread myself out over Shutterstock and Pom 5 and Adobe Stock, but that's where I made the decision to just be exclusive on Pom 5, because you get a pretty good rate on Pom 5 for how much they give you with the sale. And that's where, for me, it was going to be too much time to put all of these clips on all the different sites. Yes, I would have definitely made more money, but for me, right now, I didn't want to spend that time putting the stuff on another site. I just put it on Pom 5. I get a bit more for my sales, but it takes a bit of less time. So for me, that's what works. For you, it might be something different. Hopefully, this has been helpful to you today. And if you're interested in learning more, or you're interested in maybe me going into more detail about either the shots that I've done, how I've done them, or just more about maybe what I've learned being on Pom 5, let us know below. Obviously, same as always, like the video, share it if you think other people might be interested. On to the giveaway. If you've not just skipped the entire video to get to this part, thank you. If you have skipped the video to get to this part and just get a giveaway, don't tell the others, but you can be entered. You can have some stuff, free stuff as well. It's okay. Shh. As part of this video, I'm going to be giving away some of the stuff that I sell on Pom 5. We're going to have 4 collections. We've got natural backgrounds, we've got scrapbook backgrounds and overlays, cyberpunk backgrounds and overlays, and camera overlays. I think there's a bit of a varied mix there, and I think personally there's some of the nicest shots that I've done, and I think hopefully will be the most useful to yourselves. So that's why I've chosen those 4 collections. Now, to be entered, I really should have thought of how I'm going to do this before I have a giveaway. So I'll be giving away these 4 collections, but what I'm going to do is give away 2 of each collections. To be entered, what you've got to do, go down into the comments below and put the one collection that you are interested in and you would like. And basically, it will be first come, first serve. We're still not a massive channel yet, so I think that's going to take quite a while. And I think that's the best way of doing it. I can't think of another way of doing it at the moment. So for example, if you went and put natural backgrounds, the first 2 people to put natural backgrounds, leave that as a comment. What we'll do from there, I will then try and contact you, share information, and then I will send, probably via WeTransfer, the footage within that collection. Okay, thanks everyone for watching the whole video. As always, we're still a small channel, so please subscribe, like the video, share it if you think people might be interested in it, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.